day to him. Look at that. Absolute specimen. That's it. Go on, boy. This is what they should be doing. They shouldn't be sat on fucking couches and sat there slobbering everywhere. Go on, boy. Look at that specimen. Oh, obviously I know he's my dog, so I'm biased, but he's an absolute beast. A lot of people have ruined dogs, especially in the recent years, because people just want the money. And myself, I'm yet to charge a stud fee. Yeah, I've just had pups back because I want to better the breed, and every dog that I've done a breeding with, I've checked first. I've done all my checks. I check the eyes, I check how they stand, I check the muscle density, because that's what we pride ourselves on, is the fat head and the muscle density. Look, on me. So that's what we pride ourselves on, like I say, is the muscle density and the thickness of the head. Look, he's excited, he is. Unless he's fucking on. But yeah, so a lot of people, I mean, Loki's not very short, he's 17 inches to the withers, which is the lowest end of the breed standard. I've seen shorter, I've seen taller, but I ain't seen a dog. I've seen one dog, which is his nephew, actually saying that, but I ain't seen another dog with a fatter head than him. Yeah, with the muscle density that this boy's got. So that's what I'm breeding for. I'm looking to get maximum muscle density, fat head, big chest, square as you can get, beautifully big paws, in proportion to his entire body. He's an absolute beast. Right, look at him. In my opinion, you can't beat an Old English Bulldog. Some people are breeding them too big. That's down to them. Me, don't get me wrong, Boulder's big. Boulder's a big lad, he's bigger than his dad. And I'm breeding for 3 specific types. So Boulder's big, pardon me, because originally I wanted a bigger dog. That was just something I had in mind. So it's something I tried. I'd like a big dog, so I'd call it the XL Old English Bulldog. Go on, lad, chew that stick up. The XL Old English Bulldog. Then I'd like Loki size, which I'd say is a medium size Old English Bulldog. Then I'd like a mini Old English Bulldog, which is a little bit shorter, for people who want an Old English Bulldog or want a Bulldog but want a healthy one, but they don't have the space, they don't have fields to go run it round in. They have a smaller house, or they've got smaller children. Like, don't get me wrong, Loki's been brought up around kids. I've got 3 myself, yeah, and he's fantastic with them. He lets them bloody stamp all over him, put tiaras on him, all the lot, and he just looks at me like, Dad, what are these like doing? But he's never once been human aggressive at all. Problems that you will find with Old English, and not all of them, because some people have had it bred out of them, which is fantastic, is that and what that is a little bit of fat in there, like where your tonsils, I can't think what it's called off the top of my head, where your tonsils are, I don't know what it's called in a dog, there's a little bit of extra flap there, and what happens is, as he breathes out, that is flapping. But his nostrils are fine, his nares, they're called nares on a dog, his nares are fine, they're open. There's a bit of fat, extra flap of skin there is. But this boy goes for miles and miles, like, look at him. Goes for miles and miles, he goes for big runs, big walks. And he's fast, he is, you know. He's not as fast as my other dog, but she's built to be fast. In America, what do? They've got a bloke, so they'll have a truck, 4x4, whatever, or a quad. And what they'll do, oh, go on, son. Stop eating the grass, you nutter. So what they do, they'll have 2 bulldogs on the back, they will, either American, like Johnson types, or Scott types, but American bulldogs on the back of the quads in a cage. And they'll send like 5 or 6 pit bulls out with tracking collars on. And what they'll do, they'll go and hunt down a wild boar. So they'll get on the scent, and the bulldogs will be on the quad. So what they do, the guy will track the pit bulls. You can fucking hear him from a mile away anyway. The guy will track the pit bulls on his GPS tracker, and he's got his 2 bulldogs on the back. He goes to like where he's close as he can, lets the bulldogs off, and what happens is they come running, flying in, and you see the bulldog jaw is like instead of being, I know it's a bit of awkward to show. So like obviously a normal dog is like that, yeah. Well, a bulldog is obviously like that, and what happens is when the bulldog's jaw is like that, something goes in, and then it can't pull out because this bottom where their canines are lock in. Yeah, it's why people say that they have locked jaw. They don't have locked jaw. There's no such thing as fucking locked jaw, right? But what happens is they can't pull out, right? So then whatever flesh is there, it's stuck on the fangs, the canines, and they can't pull out. So what the Bulldog does, and what it's bred for, is to hold down, because like they're big, they're fucking strong dogs, especially for their size. Go on, son, stop eating the grass, will you? What happens is the flesh can't come out, so that's what the Bulldog's are there for, to hold down that boar or bull while the hunter, the leader of the pack, also known as me, comes in and finishes off that boar while their pit bulls have tied it down. So the pit bulls come in and tie it down. The Bulldog comes in with the hunter to hold that boar down for the last bit, so the hunter can come in, finish it off, and you're eating. And that's what they're bred for. That's what they used to do back in the day. That's what they do in America. That's what they're bred for. Obviously, in England, we can't do that. We can't. One, we don't have wild boar. Two, we can't hunt like that. You can't use dogs for hunting. The other day, I had, you probably saw the video, but I had one of the owners of another pup. I spent an hour with her. I spent an hour and a half with the dog itself. Beautiful dog, one of Loki's. Beautiful dog. Did everything I could have asked for it. Canal, son, stop eating grass then. Did everything I could have asked for it. And then I've gone, took the owner out, and it walked beautifully for the owner. It's fantastic, and she couldn't believe how good it was. She did everything I told her to do, the dog and the woman. And the next day I saw the woman, and everything I told her went out the fucking window. So yeah, it's all down to, everything's down to the owner. I don't care what anybody says. It's not the dog breed. Don't get me wrong, the dog is set up mentally, physically, in its DNA for work as such to be aggressive, yeah, but it's down to the owner and the trainer to make sure that dog isn't aggressive and or knows how to use it. For example, anyone can be vicious and violent. Do you know what I mean? I'm a trained fighter. The main thing there is trained, so I know what I'm capable of. As anybody listening here, whether you're trained or not, you know what you're capable of, right? And it's all down to your own mindset, yeah, your own owning, yeah, your own keeping, that you don't walk around going on like a bully, lashing out on everyone left, right and centre. And it's the same thing, you've got to teach the dog that control. So without further ado, and me chatting absolute waffle, I'm going to go show you what I do with Loki to make sure that he's on point. With all that being said, I don't treat train. I do for the first week, so it's not completely I don't treat train, but for the first week, until it learns to sit, Loki, don't go in the car. Until it learns to sit and learns its name, that's how I teach it its name. Stop eating grass, man. When I teach it its name, for example, I'll be like, Loki, come here, Loki, 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 and then boom, he gets a treat. Then that wires his brain up to go, oh, that's that reward. You know how it works. Reward, dopamine boost in his head for knowing his name. Loki, Loki, Loki. Then that associates it with him. So he thinks. So then you take the treat off them, and then by just saying the name, they'll get that dopamine. Right. So then again with sit, the same principle. Teach them to sit with a treat. Do that a few times. Once they know how to sit, that's that. And then once that bond is created, obviously your dog's got to trust you, and you've got to be what's up, mate? You've got to love and trust these dogs yourself, yeah. But once that bond is created, treats get taken away, and then it works on pure love, or just the dopamine in their head, regardless of which one it is, because I'm not inside that dog's head. Yeah, that's how it works. After they've learnt their name and sit, everything else I teach them is not treat based at all. It's all off their own back really, and off their trust with me. For him, the command, so it looks like to normal humans, I've got him to go 3, 2, 1, and realistically it's not. 3 is get ready, 2 is like engage, 1 is to get it. And when I say go, I've just timed it right. Honestly, I just timed it right, yeah, so it looks like he's got it on 3, 2, 1. Right, go on then, boy. So, look at him, looking back for me, command. That's what you want, good boy. So naturally into him, he stays close, he stays tight. He don't stray too far, he knows what the crack is. Good boy, let's keep moving. Let's jump, go on. Go on, boy. Whoa, look at them shoulders on him. Look at that neck, look at that fat head. Look, gorgeous boy. Look at the teeth on him. You can see him here. Look, big. Oh, wait there. Look, yeah. Let me get in your mouth. Let me get in your mouth. Let's let me show you. Look at them teeth in there, man. Big old gnashes. Go on then, boy. See, look how good he is. Good boy. Good boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So much he trusts me. Yeah. I just put my fucking fingers in his mouth while he's chomping on that. Look. Never gonna bite me. Never, are you? Never. Oh no. Go on, chomp up. Go on, eat it. Oh boy. Go on, have it. That's yours. Go on. Go on. It's alright, mate. I'll let you do it. Got tiny little waist. Big hock on the boy. Yeah, rib cage. Everything about him. It's just fantastic. Fantastic. Look at his shoulders. Look at them paws. Absolute champion, aren't you? Absolute champion. So obviously the colours are merle. He's a fawn merle. And nowadays that's a correct colour. That's part of the breed. But back in the day the merle wasn't. But the merles have been bred so well now. As long as you don't double merle it, the merles have been bred so well now that they're fantastic. Like, look at him. Look at that specimen. The size of his head, look. I've got big hands. Look, there's a size 12 boot. Size 12 boot next to his head. Fucking beast, man. Like I say, 17 inches to the withers he is. So he's on the short end of the scale, but I prefer him short myself. The big one's a bit too gangly. Boulder's what, 21, 22 inches to the withers. And he moves just as well as his dad. And that's why I can't fault him. But Boulder's fantastic as well. I'll get some videos of him. I'll take him out here the next few days. We'll look at the specimen. Absolute little bear, that's what I compare him to. Little bear. Got a big old set of bollocks. Perfect breeder, he is. Perfect breeder. Look, tenacious. Yeah, won't give up for nothing. He'll chomp straight through that. It might take him a little while, but he will not stop unless I tell him to. He will not stop chomping on that. Absolute tenacious dog. But he's fantastic as well. Does as he's told. Great with children. You on, boy. Look at him. Power's in him. Look, he's gone through that. Oh, good boy. Fantastic, aren't you? One of the best looking old English bulldogs I've ever seen in my life. And his noises, love it. Absolutely love it. Perfect specimen. And I'm not being funny, this is not a disrespect to any other old English breeders, but none of them do it like this. Right, never seen none of them out in the field doing stuff like this. Never see him off lead. Never see him doing the commands and that I do. Go on, boy. Look how happy he is. He's in his element, eyes in the back of his head like, oh. Yeah, loving it. Like I say, I don't see many breeders doing what I'm doing, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm the big I am, because I'm not. I'm not, but I work the dog. I make sure the dog's doing what a dog's supposed to be doing, yeah, and he's in his element every time he comes out. We do proper, correct stuff. We don't just sit him on the couch, take some photos of him with some cool music behind it and think we're gangsters, yeah, because we're not gangsters, yeah. We're proper men. Breeding purposes, he's fantastic. He does the job. He knows what he's doing, straight on there. And that's that. I can't fault the guy. He's fantastic. But if you want to start picking, so breed standard, he is breed standard, bar the kink tail, which like I say, I don't believe is a kink tail. I believe he's broke it when he was young, because none of the pups have had a kink tail. But I could be wrong, so I'm not going to sit here and say that's the absolute fact. Yeah, but you're not finding another dog, in my opinion, from what I've seen from experience being on Instagram and in the real life, you're not finding another dog with muscle density like him, head like him, temperament like him, on command like him, walks by your side, he doesn't need a lead. The only reason I have a lead is for out in the public, so people fucking don't shit their pants. Because to look at, if you don't know the bull breeds and you're not on your game, you would think they're scary. Yeah, look at him, bloody gorgeous. Like I say, everything about him's fantastic. The muscle structure. Now, obviously, I didn't breed him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was picked. Yeah, fine comb picked. Yeah, and the breeders that the mum and daddy's from, yeah, great dogs themselves. And obviously, he's my foundation dog. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I did all the work, because I didn't. But I chose him for a specific reason, yeah. And now it's my duty to better that. And I think personally, he outproduced himself with Boulder. And I've got, like I said, I've got a litter coming up. She should be ready in a couple of weeks. And I think he's going to outproduce himself there myself. And I hope he does. I hope he does, because I'm looking for some serious work to put in now. I want to, realistically, I want to take over the scene as nice as possible. I want to take over the scene. I want to come in with perfect dogs that are nice stature, great muscle structure, fat heads, great temperament, perfect round kids. Again, it all comes down to the owners on how they are. The temperament is naturally there, but I could treat him like shit or make him a bully or whatever, and I could change his temperament like that, easy. Yeah, but I'm not going to, never would, because I'm a proper man, and I want him to be a proper man himself. In my opinion, a real man can hold a baby in one hand and take in an army with the other, yeah? And is respectable, polite and kind, but is also willing to get his hands dirty when the time's right. And that's what I want from my dogs as well. I'll show you how agile he is, how he runs, everything. I start running now. In fact, I'm going to. Ready? Come. Oh, he's on it. He's on it, Dad. Come back to the truck. Good boy, see, he understands. All right, boy. Look at that. Look, he just stays close. Just stays close. He knows what the crack is. Fantastic dog. Jeez. Good boy. Not a man on this planet that can't tell me that's not a fantastic dog. Get. Good boy. Fantastic. Right, drop. Leave. Mine. Get. See that, man? I held that close, yeah? He knew what to do. He's never going to bite me out. Come on.